U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced Washington's plans regarding Venezuelan oil. The official stated that the U.S. wants to attract private companies that will invest in equipment. He also promised substantial royalties for the people of Venezuela, arguing that previously only a handful of people profited from Venezuelan oil and that this needs to change. Rubio emphasized that the U.S. wants to ensure that no oil under sanctions will be exported from Venezuela until the management of the entire sector changes.
Because right now, this sector does not exist in the traditional sense. These oil fields are essentially pirate operations. People are literally stealing oil from underground by the handful. That's how they keep this regime together.
The Kremlin fears that a change of power in Venezuela will lead to a drop in global oil prices and hit the Russian economy, according to Bild. In Moscow, they believe that the U.S. will be able to quickly ramp up oil production in Venezuela, which will increase pressure on Russia's oil revenues. The Russians suggested that the U.S. goal is to keep the price of Russian oil below $50 per barrel, which would force the Kremlin to cut spending, sell off state assets, or raise taxes. But oil prices on the global market are already falling. Brent crude has dropped by 0.5%, and its price is now just over $60 per barrel. American WTI crude fell in price by 0.6% to about $57 per barrel. Venezuela exports only 1% of the world's oil, even though the country holds about 17% of global reserves. Traders expect that exports could increase significantly in the coming years. The Venezuelan opposition, in turn, is developing a roadmap for change. Among the key demands are the release of political prisoners, the return of exiled leaders, restitution of confiscated property, as well as the restoration of freedom of speech and assembly. All these measures must be implemented immediately, the opposition insists.